CO2.
Hey guys, this is comedian Kyndra Crump.
Hey you guys, it's Sid.
You guys are now rocking with the CO2 Rawcast.
I had a blast today talking with the guys of CO2 Rawcast.
One of the best out here in the land. Make sure you guys support them.
You are experiencing the CO2 Carbon Ops broadcast. Let's begin.
That's right. And you ain't said it no better. Yo, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everybody. You are rocking with the folks. This, of course, is the CO2 Carbon Ops broadcast. I am your boy, Max Diggy Jones.
Dude, merciless Reese L. Black.
Man, today, this is a supersized episode, man. We have got a double header. We have not done this ever. This is a first of having two very special guests on our show. And the first one, man, I'm just gonna say, well, actually, you know what? Maybe we'll talk about that when we get into it, because I want to get her reaction to it. She is very intelligent, very cool people. She is a up and coming comedian, and man, like, she has made it her attempt or her goal to prove me wrong. I don't know if you guys have seen our episode on the why men want to cheat, but in the beginning, we kind of had a little segment where we talked about why there aren't more, female comedians in the game that have that potency. And, I think that is the challenge that she is coming to today.
Yeah, that's right. We said it.
Yeah, and you know what? But I bring it on, man. I welcome it. You know what I mean? So let's do this, man. This is our special edition of the I Know You Don't Care segment. I'm gonna bring the break, and then we will introduce her shortly.
I know you don't care about love. You might care about this one.
Man!
Ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Kyndra Crump, comedian and social influencer on the rise. She is the host of the Kyndra Crump Show, streamable everywhere. Let's begin.
84. All right. Who do we got today in the building, sir?
Today we got somebody who knows how to bullshit just like we do. She's up in here to go ahead and prove us wrong, because we had to give a little smoke back in a previous episode where we just stated there just wasn't too many female comedians. And the thing is, we love comedians. We love all comics. We even love the lady comedians. Like I even said, I love me some Wanda Sykes. She is my favorite. And I believe you said Amy Glacier. Is that her name?
Nikki Glacier.
Nikki Glacier. Yeah, he gave mad love to her. But the thing is this, we actually wanted to bring somebody on to basically prove us wrong on our platform. And I think it's a possibility that we might get proven wrong on our own shit right here. So straight out of the goddamn ATL, we got the HNIC. We got the advocate of black men don't cheat, Kyndra Crump.
Hey.
What's good?
Yes. Look, y'all need y'all's credit score raised for that intro. So I'll let you know. Hope it goes to 850. Okay, just y'all.
Well, she already proved us wrong. So
already, man. Yo,
listen, y'all flew me out to Dubai. Only I get that privilege, guys. The rest of y'all peasants can't get that. Back to the store, because I am the HNIC head nigga in charge.
There it is.
Still, not loving these hoes. You know how I do. So yeah, I just want to let y'all know that. First off, by the way, I love your short break. It was really short. Like, you blink your eye, we back. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, you know what? We do a little bit of magic on the side, but yes, it was a very short break.
Hey, is that a bird I see? Is that like a dead bird? Where'd you get that dead dove from?
What? Goddamn it, Kyndra, stop it! Stop.
So first of all,
stop. You ain't gonna come up in here clowning our shit.
This is props, okay?
Yeah.
Give us some
props. That's right. You leave idolatry, bro. You leave Tweety out of this.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like that. That I was like, where they steal that from? Is that like part magic as well? Doing a mannequin challenge? Okay. All right.
Oh man, damn it. She's already beating my ass. All right. Yo, what's going on, Kyndra? First of all, thank you for being on the show. We know you're doing a lot of awesome things or whatever in social media. Just before we get into what we're gonna do, what got you started? What got you started down this lane?
So as far as when it came with comedy, like I've been funny my entire life. Like, in elementary school, kids are going to be funny because they're children.
Yeah.
But you got a real gift. You're still making people laugh. And like middle school, high school, you got adults laughing, like parents. Y'all, I mean, because I know y'all, a lot older than I am. Were y'all born during the crack epidemic?
Hey, we ain't that old. Hold on, wait.
Okay. Anyway, back to the story. So you got people like my, our parents' age, grandparents' age, who laugh at what I have to say, and children laugh at what I say. They say, Kyndra, you're funny. And it's three things that I rely on that don't lie. It's children, a drunk man, and leggings, okay? So once I realized that those three things didn't lie, I'm like, let me go forth with this. So I had to go through a series of unfortunate events trying to figure out exactly what the hey was it that I really wanted to be in life, right? First thing I said was I wanted to be a chef. Like, yes, I'm out there chefing it up, even though I never had the Easy Bake Oven. Still have not had the Easy Bake Oven. I think I should buy that for myself. Back to the story.
Wait, are you a good chef, by the way? Is that like your second
we can
skill?
have a cook-off and we'll see who's going to win. I'm going to win again. Back to the story.
I'm probably.
Shame. Back to the story, because I was hoping you were going to cook for me, but I guess not. Back to the story. So I said that I wanted to be a chef, but then I realized it's too much math in this. And I was failing math like every other year in school. Like, I know for a fact, like, my mom was tired of showing up at these PTA meetings in a new wig. It's like, is that Miss Carper Shaka Khan? We still don't know to this day. Like, we tried hooked on phonics, but honey, I was hooked on stupid. I'm pretty sure the short bus was waiting for me, but never made it there. Okay? And on top of that, like, these cookbooks are made by white people for white people. The only white person I trust whose cookbook is out there is Martha Stewart. And we know she's not white, she's black. Yeah. Back to the story.
No, she's low-key black.
Then I said that I wanted to be a WWE wrestler, right? I had jungle fever at an early age. I wasn't just going to try to be in the ring with John Cena, right? But then I realized he was aging like bananas as time progressed, and the man's like 2 decades older. Back to the story. And then those submission moves hurt. I don't know if y'all ever had like a WWE style submission move, but honey, my back's still hurting 20 years later. Back to the story.
Oh, man.
And then on top of that, they should be like, for the women, they want you to be like 140 pounds. And it's like, honey, I'm a whole like 175. Got a whole wagon back here.
Wow. Okay,
I can't lose the weight even if I want to.
Man. Man.
And anybody who wants to see this wagon, you need to pay some top dollar. Back to the story. So
she got OnlyFans. Crump got OnlyFans.
You know what? I'm going to get one for my comedy and my feet. Because feet, I be selling feet pictures on the low. I love men out there who are simps. Thank you guys for putting some extra cash in my wallet.
Oh, God, look what you simps did.
Break bread on the toes. On the toes.
I mean, I thought every man or woman has some type of weird fetish. Y'all don't like feet like that?
It sucks because I have the foot fetish.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Have you ever paid for a feet picture?
Oh, God, no. I just suck them.
Hey, well,
those ain't no real
you learn
fetish.
something new on the
Rawcast story. So with that, last thing I said I wanted to be was worker at Magic City, the adult wonderland, right? Then I realized I got 2 left feet. I was gonna be the first stripper in history bringing home pocket change. You would have thought I was working for a nonprofit organization.
Big old bag of change.
Yeah, bag of change, honey, bag of change. Just throw it at me. So I literally just went through these series of unfortunate events. I started out in 2016 off Snapchat, and I would say, hey, welcome back to the Kyndra Crump Show. And I would just talk about whatever. But one thing I realized, like you guys were talking about in your intro, about the why do men want to cheat and everything. I would talk about a lot of sex. And like sex is going to be funny, but again, a good comedian is versatile. You can talk about whatever.
Yeah.
But the problem is that in this day and age, you get canceled. I'm like, bro, listen, your hairline already canceled on you. Don't be trying to take it out on me. Hairline going back further than the abuse in the Jackson family. And you trying to holler at me, I'm sorry.
You striking the nerve with this one right here, man.
No, she not. I don't have a hairline no more, so I don't care. I'm gone.
Be clear.
My hairline canceled me.
Right.
Okay, just saying. People, the lace front canceled on some people.
Right.
People's teeth looking like the New York State line canceled on you, but you upset with me. I'm just making jokes here.
Oh man,
that's how I got into it.
Crazy. Yo, that's dope. Hey, all right, cool, Kyndra. We are going to we're gonna play a game right now that I think is pretty cool. Actually, Reese, why don't you explain what we're doing?
Let's talk about I know you don't care, but
I don't care.
Let's just talk about what's just been, what's happened, so far this month. I mean, yo, like not too long ago, my man Tom Hanks' son is getting slapped around by his girl on social media and got the nerve to turn around and sue him for $1 million because she claims he was abusive, even though he got footage of him getting beat up, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You got Quavo and Sweetie getting into it over, was it Call of Duty? In the elevator, which happened like last year, a long time ago. But what's going on in today's dating selection? Are the women choosing wrong? Are the men choosing wrong? So Kyndra, we're gonna go ahead and take this time to play a little game called Stay Away, Do As You May.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask a question here. If a woman has XYZ, you let me know, should they stay away or do as they may continue? And he will go ahead and share his on the men's side. You ready to begin, Kyndra?
Let's do it.
All right. So if she has an Instagram with the airplane emoji in her bio, should a man stay away or do as he may?
Okay, so one or two ways. That could just mean she's a flight attendant, even without her saying she's a flight attendant. So you know, definitely I think he should do as he may and just ask. Just say, hey, what are you actually going out of town for? You know, I see the airplane, or do you travel a lot? So I do know one girl, she has like 10K, but she travels a lot. And she has an airplane in the bio, also with her being a doctor and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if she's making house calls, but she's a clinical psychologist. So she might be making some, house calls, but hey, they ain't together. So hey, that's fine until y'all actually lock it down.
Right.
Y'all heard that?
Look at that.
Airplane emoji? Okay, ding, ding, ding.
All right. This one is for the ladies. Okay, so you meet a nice guy, but he's got either braided sideburns or afro mutton chops. Stay away or do as you may.
What is that? Okay, I'm just gonna say stay away because I don't even know what that sounds horrendous as well. It sounds like Mr. Ratburn from The Simpsons or something like that. Like I just look at that like stay away, man, because that just sounds bad. Like who actually has that style?
I've actually seen that before.
Those be the guys that be trying to holler at me, and I'm like, brother, you got a lot of confidence, don't you?
Yeah. He's got a lot of something. Yeah.
So that's a stay away.
Stay away. Stay away.
All right, what you got?
All right, question number 2. If she has 6 figures or over in her bank account, but she tends to always be sleeping in, stay away or do as you may?
Sleeping in like wake up at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning?
And not going anywhere, just waking up.
Okay, so I play devil's advocate with everything, okay? So let's I'm gonna say do as you may in a way where she could have an inheritance and she probably never has to work ever again. Now that could really be it, she could be really great at savings. Maybe she retired very early, had a couple of businesses. So definitely do as you may. Do as you may.
Fellas.
And then on top of that, think about it like this. That means she can spoil you. If she wants to, maybe she worked really hard so she can spoil that man.
Fellas. Ding, ding, ding. So just because she balling and she ain't got no day job, it's safe according to Kyndra.
Yeah.
On you.
All right, let's talk about this gentleman. So his link tree includes a MySpace page, an OnlyFans link, and a Furzu account. And if y'all don't know what a Furzu account, that is a furry social media page. People who like furries.
So, stay away. First off, I don't even remember my passcode to MySpace. How does he remember his? That's the first question. Secondly, OnlyFans, what's he selling? What's he selling? Nothing. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you how much the male men in general have messed up you all for making bank if you want to do OnlyFans from showing your inchworm or a foot long. And lately, I keep coming across inchworms, and they're black. So sad. Back to the story. The fact that guys are so willing to just up and show that.
Yeah.
It messes up for y'all. Y'all could have actually been in the game, just letting y'all know. Yeah. The fact of furries, when I heard about furries, I felt like the person probably watches Naruto and WWE all day and lives in his mom's basement. So definitely stay away, because I feel like that's just, one of those where my hug at type guys. All right. So yeah, stay away.
Okay. Man,
we gotta get you on the board.
I know. I'm over two.
Man, these dudes crazy. If she has, or she continues to repost clips of reality shows like Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives in her stories on IG, stay away or do as you may.
Definitely stay away. Let me tell you something. I stopped watching Lies and Hip Hop. Okay, it ain't no Love and Hip Hop. You know what it should be called? It should be called Niggas on Some Bullshit. That's what it should be called. Okay, because they always in the studio. Never come out with a record. You listen to them, and it's like I'm more talented than them. Okay, y'all. So like it's never. It's just a bunch of mess. Like. That stuff is reality. It's fake. It's scripted. I used to love basketball wives, honey. And the reason I would want to, I said, I'm going to be a basketball wife so I can go down and throw drinks at people and do sucker punches. Be like, man, how'd you learn that, Tybo? So anyway, definitely stay away from that, because that goes to show you she is full of drama. And then on top of that, if you think about it, like one thing, because I don't watch that mess anymore, I tried watching it. It hurts my spirit. Like it literally makes me feel sick for a while, and you got to be mindful what you watch. So no, she's full of drama. She's for the streets. She probably gonna come out looking, like a blue-eyed blonde girl. Okay, and I'm like, wow, the change. She done grew a fake buck. Went to the. I'm like, how you get that money? Who'd you finesse? Right. Okay, so no, stay away. Stay away.
Fellas. If she's reposting reality clips, reality show clips on her social media.
Yeah, you gotta stay away.
On you.
All right, here we go. So he's the man of your dreams, but he chronically chooses to sing to strangers in public. He sounds like John Legend, though, but chronically sings to strangers in public. Stay away or do as you may.
So I'm going to ask him what's going on. Why does he feel like that? And I'm going to make sure anytime he goes out, I'm not going to be with him. So I can do as I may, but I'm just not going to be with him. Now, if he's making me be with him, then definitely stay away. But right now, I'm going to do as you may.
I got one. All right.
There you go. What's the score? 2? I got 2.
Yeah, you up 2. You up 2.
You down 1. Okay, yeah. Okay. Is this my last one? Or
I think this is the last one.
My last one?
Yeah.
Oh man, let me give I need one that can offend people. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay. If she has stale French fries, cereal, and empty fruit snap wrappers in her car, but there's no car seat or booster seat, stay away or do as you may.
Definitely stay away, because she's nasty. And then on top of that, she's got bugs in her car. Don't be surprised when you start seeing little mothballs.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, dudes, no chicks if they riding dirty.
Just saying, like, that's just nasty. Clean out your car.
Man.
I thought you were going to play devil's advocate, but go ahead.
No, there's no devil's advocate for that. It's just nasty, man.
All right, I guess we'll end it with this one. Again, guy of your dreams. However, he has a closet collection of over 100 pairs of Crocs, organized in various colors. Stay away, do as you may.
I'll do as I may, because I don't mind Crocs. Maybe, if he has my size, I'll wear them. We can do that Croc love.
Okay, so y'all can share. There you go. So he's got
that's it. So that's fine. That's not bad.
Hey, all right, then I think I'm even with you now.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Like, what's the difference between that and Jordans?
That might be true. And maybe there's not as many variety of Crocs, but I don't know.
Maybe
he probably bootlegged them or something like that. Copy and paste.
So I guess we're 2 and 2. 2 and 2. We gotta have a tiebreaker question.
Okay.
All right. This right here is basically, we're gonna go nasty real quick if you don't mind. You don't care. All right. So, we're 2 attractive gentlemen here on the show. Probably the most attractive ones on YouTube in the black talk show.
Wow.
Talk show space.
Okay.
All right. So, Kyndra, excuse us if you have a man. We ain't thinking about you right now, bro.
I'm trying to be a rapper in the game, but he don't want to respond back to my DM. So let me shout him out real quick. JC Terrell Taylor. I DM'd you last year, April 19, 2020 at 1:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. You need to respond back to my DM that I sent you. Right. Okay? Or because 2 day countdown's on, because I'm going to resend you another one.
She ain't playing. She ain't playing.
Okay, so if she has DM'd you multiple times, stay away or... No, that ain't it. All right, here we go. Would you pay $500 to smash Diggy?
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait, what?
Or would you remove 1,000 followers or subscribers to smash me?
No, wait. Oh, no, we're cutting that one. That is a stay away from the topic altogether.
That is the tiebreaker question.
Okay, I thought stay away. I do. Definitely not gonna lose my 1,000. I worked hard, honey. I didn't have to, have a really good gift to gab. I'll just pay the 500. Then I'll sit on your face. That's it. I'll sit on your face and keep it moving. There it is. That's a half smash.
Man. All right.
Man, I lost the first game that I came up with. This is a BS.
Shit. Man, that was dope. Man, Kyndra, you know what? Thank you so much for being on the show. You killed it and you proved me wrong. So, You know what I mean? You should feel good about yourself. To all of our fans, y'all need to go follow this girl. She's doing great things, man. And why don't you plug yourself? How can they find you?
So you can find me on the corner, but while I'm not doing anything on the corner, my YouTube, Kyndra Crump, KYNDRA space CRUMP. Please subscribe. I'm doing pretty good right now. My Instagram is the Kyndra Crump Show. So the KYNDRA CRUMP show. If you don't know how to spell show, go back to elementary school because you got left behind and no child act left behind. All right. My own podcast is the Kyndra Crump Show. Same as my Instagram. Don't be that weirdo who sits here, likes more than 5 photos, videos, and you don't even follow. Don't do that. All right, because I'm coming for you, and I'm going to be questioned looking at you wrong, okay?
Yeah, that's a problem.
I'm going to roast you, too.
Yeah. That's a problem. Cool. All right, man. We really appreciate it. We got to have Kyndra back on the show at some point. For sure.
Most definitely.
So we are going to take a quick break when we get into our second segment of the Fixins, our features. But thank you, everybody, again, for keeping with us. This is the CO2 Carbon Ops Rawcast. We will see you in a second. Yeah. We are in the building. We are back. Thank you, everyone, once again for joining us. This is the CO2 Carbon Ops Rawcast. And today, don't you love it when I say and today? Because that means we've got a special guest in the building. This guest, I'm going to save the introduction for Mr. Black, but let me just say for our audience, she's a very intelligent podcaster. She's very, very inspirational in her content. And she's just a little bit frustrated, just a little bit perturbed, just a little bit annoyed. And she's going to explain to you guys why she may be annoyed, but she ain't tripping. You know what I mean? She's cool. You know what I mean? If you haven't guessed by now, I will not tell you. I will wait for the introduction for you to guess whose podcast we're talking about. But this is our special edition of The Fixins.
Greetings and welcome to the CO2's featured edition of The Fixings. With special guest, Sydney Nicole. Creator of the Annoyed Not Offended podcast, Sydney has a genuine personality that breathes life into her content. Let's begin.
Yeah. We are in the Fixins. I will let you take it, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm actually very calm today.
Okay, good.
It's going to be one of those shows, but I'm actually going to be very, very calm today. You want to know why? Because this individual that we have on our platform today is actually pretty special to me. You know how individuals will probably say that the girl next door probably doesn't exist? I think we may have found the girl next door. But who knows? She might be a little bit devious, but yeah, she is smart. She's kind, very soft tone. I love it. And guess what? This podcast is also in my freaking top 5.
Wow.
I already revealed what my top 1 was, but y'all didn't even know that I had a number 2 on this list.
Okay.
This guest ends up hailing out of St. Louis. That's right, the home of Nellyville.
Props.
This girl is actually she is actually the host of a great podcast, Annoyed, Not Offended.
Yes.
Speaking on social issues, speaking on dating, speaking on relationships, speaking on anything that could basically have your brain grow to be educated and informative when it comes to social significance. At this moment, please raise your glasses
For sure.
for the
Wow, I need to have my glass.
this girl, the Sydney Nicole.
Hey.
Welcome to the Fixins.
Y'all just
Welcome.
handed me. Okay, I should have picked up my glass.
Man,
'cause-
we gotta send
That was
packets
an
out to people.
introduction.
No.
Like, okay, I might be somebody. Thank you.
Of course. Look, let's be clear. We don't put anybody on our show on accident, boy. If you're here
I
because you're
see
doing
it, I
something
see
big.
Gets
I see
the
it.
gas. Who gets the gas? What up, baby girl? How you living?
I am doing great. Happy to be here on this Saturday afternoon. You know, I knew it was going to be a good day.
Hey,
I woke up, the birds were chirping. They
Love it.
really were.
let's talk a little bit about your podcast for those who may not be familiar with you. We kind of joke with the whole annoyed thing, but you actually really chill and low key. What made you?
Because people who are really annoyed, like truly,
Yeah.
we stay out of the way.
I mean, that's like black people as a whole, though. We all pretty much annoyed, not offended, because you ain't got no choice, right? Like, that's how you got to live your life.
We were born annoyed. We just wait to be offended.
Right. We done been through so much shit, we can't be offended at this point. We just annoyed.
Thank you. Oh my God. Ooh, that's what I be telling folks. Like, this is black people. What else we got to do, bro?
Right.
To be fucking annoyed with each other, like.
Well, that's what I like about it is because it's like you touch on a lot of things that I think a lot of people actually have pet peeves, low key in their mind. It's like, this stuff kind of bugs me, but if we don't really talk about it, you bring it up. It's really entertaining. So we got to ask, what is it that made you want to get started in the podcast game?
So I'm definitely a person that has been like a storyteller. I feel like all my life I tell stories 24/7, just talking to people. I have a story for everything. Even then most people are like, that's not even real. Like, what are you talking about? But I have a story for it. Like, I just feel very relatable to people. I love relating to people and I love having arguments. I do.
You like
or
the
agreements.
drama.
Our agreements, I am a sap for communication or talking with people. So just to utilize and amplify what was already there, I'm like, well, let me start a podcast. And then I had started listening to more podcasts as well. And I'm like, even then, I really like this, like just sitting here listening to people, because you can get a lot from people when you just listen, when you can't say nothing back. And with a lot of podcasts in any format, they just amplify the story that's being told. And they know most times when people come there, that's really what they want.
Right.
Like people who listen to podcasts, they have a very specific interest. It can be very niche. It's so many different things that you can do with that. So just to amplify it again, it's crazy. But then I was just like, I want to start one. I had wanted to do one in college with my friends, but unfortunately college life, busy, everything, trying to navigate. So by the time we did figure it out, we like, we'll just wait.
Yeah.
So then graduated, got a job, everything else. Then I was like, no, I still want to do a podcast. So then COVID hit, unfortunately. And I was like, well, let me just dust the old brain off, learn a new skill. Because, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
When you know stuff for so long, you get so comfortable and you don't change anything up. So therefore, it's like you're not even elevated, do anything. So I was like, okay, I want to try something new. So that was me doing a podcast. And it's been good ever since. It's been a journey, but it's been fun.
I was going to say really quick, what I like about your podcast so far, is like you ask really good probing questions that like we kind of try to do. I don't know what it is with some people when they watch and listen to these podcasts, they think that, just because we ask a question that means that like that's what we believe or that's what we feel. You're good at sparking conversation by asking those questions that some people may not ask. So I want to give you kudos to that because that really makes it very interesting. So thank
you. That's exactly what I've been trying to do.
Okay.
Surprisingly, people got questions. When you think about all the questions people got, you don't know what the hell people could be wondering. So to bring that up, you got to play on it.
For sure. All right, well, cool. Let's get into the topics for today. Mr. Black, what is it you got?
All right, today we're going to get on the BS today. So this was actually interesting. Today we would like to go ahead and discuss with you, does the modern woman, do they want a long-term relationship or do they just want long-term attention? This actually came about because there was a tweet recently. A woman ended up tweeting, and I'm paraphrasing the tweet.
It always starts with a tweet.
That's how we do.
Why?
It's because it's 2021 and that's how people freaking communicate. It's either an IG post or it's a tweet. That's how we do.
You only got so many characters to ruin your life.
Yeah, the modern woman keeps tweeting.
No.
So anyways.
The modern woman has a diary.
There you go.
You think.
And a therapist.
Should be.
You think. But anyways, so I'm paraphrasing what she posted. She stated, I do want a boyfriend, but I don't want a relationship. So which means when people read between the lines, it's like, don't get annoyed just yet.
Wait. So she said,
hold the clip. Hold in the clips in. See, I like Sid already. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I said she is my second favorite podcast. I haven't even got to the climax, and she's ready to empty the clip. Haven't even got the full evidence yet. Hold up before you prosecute. So the individual was basically stating, I would like a boyfriend, but I don't want the relationship. Meaning she wants somebody there to basically cater or flatter. So it's almost as if like, does the modern woman really want a relationship with another man? Or do they just want attention from that guy? So please elaborate, Sid, without being annoyed just yet.
So start there. You have given me so much ammo right now.
All right. We ready.
Empty the clip.
She wants to date. That's all dating is.
Yeah, all dating is just getting attention. Yeah, that's it.
No, that's just dating.
All right.
You can want to have intimate relationships with people and not still obtain to a certain level of commitment. That's dating. Dating is when you do that, because when you have commitment, you have expectations. So taking those expectations out of the element, that's just dating, because you're just like, whatever, I can do this, we'll see where it goes. That's what she wants, and that's not attention.
Well, I wonder, because this is kind of interesting, and that's why I think we're spinning it with the modern woman, because it seems as though it used to be that was everyone's goal was if you're dating for a purpose, right? You're dating so that you can find that right person, so you can get married, have the picket fence, have the kids.
People don't want that anymore.
Right.
People understand reality.
Right. And that's what we're wondering is what happened? Where is this spin coming from? What happened to where the modern man and woman aren't even really maybe even looking for the house and the fence and all that stuff. They just want to be with somebody.
Okay, look, not being funny, but I'm gonna bring something up. People always talking about I'm in the wrong damn generation. All that stupid stuff. Our grandparents really great grandparents lived to be in their 50s, 60s, and stuff like that. People had a shorter life expectancy. People live longer now. People make more mistakes. People understand that. People have more wins. You ain't gotta wait. Like, you can wait to be in a relationship. There's so much other stuff to do in that time frame. You can date.
Good points. Well, so for you, do you feel as though, has that goal, has that picture, has that image of, the American dream, I guess, in a lot of ways, has it died in the modern era? Or do you feel as though
it hasn't died, but it's been amplified because we have more time now. So it's like we understand, we more flexible now.
Okay. That's good. Elaborate. What do you mean by more flexible?
Like with our lifespan and stuff, we could just do more. We don't have to worry as much on certain things. People are more open now. People talk differently, feel differently, because in a lot of ways, people realize, hey, look, they might have put up with whatever in that past generation and done this, but I can do so much more just because the route looks different everywhere.
Sure.
We hear so many different stories about people doing different stuff from different backgrounds. It's just so much more diversity that it's limitless. You can do so much more now.
Yeah.
Why? Even with women, I am so happy more women are taking a longer time to figure out who they want to deal with.
Sure.
Oh, okay. This is where
At least the people I know, more people I know are like, hey, I'm looking forward to this. Is this what I want? No. They get more familiar with themselves, and I feel like that's a great thing. And my friends, they kind of exclude that and they let that out and they amplify that. But a lot of people, they still come into that mind frame, I guess.
Let me speak on that. When you mentioned, we have more time. Now, the thing is this, which is I kind of differ from a lot of men, or the average man, I would say. I dated a bunch of girls prior to getting married. And one of the things that I can probably pretty much bring up is, I'm how old am I? I'm 41. So when I was in my 30s dating, this is one of the things I didn't notice about being in my 30s dating the women that were the same age as me. It's funny. No, not funny, but it's interesting that you brought up, we have more time depending on your options. Now, social media came into play. So them options can DM you now. So yeah, the girls can be like, oh wow, look at all of these dudes. Oh my God, which one do I pick? And the dudes on the other hand are just the ones sending the DMs now. Now the problem is, when we get older, when we get into those 30s, the window starts to shrink. And yeah, you're right, you still may be looking good and everything, but
the window don't shrink.
We'll just say what ends up happening is, don't get annoyed yet. Actually, you can get annoyed now, but wait till I'm done. But what ends up happening is the expectations change. Because one of the things that I noticed between like dating somebody who was the same age as me versus somebody under 30, now they want to go ahead and talk about marriage. Now they want to talk about kids and establishment. So it's like full throttle. It's 0 to 100 when you have a conversation with somebody on a dinner date at that age versus somebody who's under 30 where it's like, no, I just want to kick it, chill, like take trips and do it. I want you to come and take a trip with me, yada, yada. One on the other end, oh no, I'm ready to settle down, I'm ready to have children. It's like, wait a minute. I'm sure 5 to 6 years ago, you weren't thinking like that. So now the question is, Sid, does options, the level of options that one has, does that make a difference when it comes to the mentality of, time?
Not in that aspect. I don't think so. And even then, you can date, you can do so much at different age ranges and different ages. But the thing is, you still have to see how that aligns with the ones that you have already and things you have experienced. So it changes over time. I mean, I've dated older guys. It wasn't anything different out of this ballpark. That's why when women I hear like, I'm dating older men, I only mess with older men, I'm like, girl.
Shout out to the ladies who are dating older men.
But what's the specialty there? What's different there? Because you can meet somebody 41 mind frame, somebody that's 26. It just depends, different scale. People go through so many different things in life.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we've talked about this on the show that, just because you're 40 or 50 even doesn't mean you've got the maturity.
It's so many people, both men and women, that I know that don't have no sort of common sense at 60. And I'm like,
Right, exactly.
But I think that has something to also do with the environment, like your profession. Like if you end up catching like a 40-year-old man or a 50-year-old man who's like an attorney or a physician, he's not exactly in the same circles as like, your common
he's not, but that still doesn't mean they go have more sense. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's a possibility.
Because you can have so much of a certain level within your job and still not have some common sense. And there are people like that. I mean, hell, was Donald Trump not the president?
Right, exactly.
But okay, we can't talk about. But Trump has been in the game for years, and we're not gonna take a jab at like his professionalism. I mean, he's a real estate mogul.
No,
but he's an idiot though too.
Yeah, he's an idiot as far as a politician.
right.
Hey, it's idiots like that walking among us. It's gonna be an idiot like that at the car insurance place. An idiot like that at the mall.
Right.
An idiot like that at the grocery store. An idiot like that at CEO level. That don't matter.
Okay, here's a trick question. Is it our bad?
I've interacted with all of them, and I've been like...
That's what I want to get to. Is it our bad that we are interacting with, the so-called individuals with, like, less common sense? Are we just the diamond in the rough, as a product of our environment?
Trying to understand. What do you mean by that?
Meaning, for instance, we're from the Bay Area. A lot of individuals will listen, hear the name Bay Area, and they think of Silicon Valley, Facebook, what else is out here? eBay, all of that stuff, right? And then you're going to automatically think we're some intelligent brothers because we're from the Bay Area, especially the East Bay Area, home of the Black Panthers. So individuals are already going to have an expectation of us, right? But if you take another individual and say they're from LA, this is not a jab at my LA people, but you're going to think they're stuck up or something. Always Hollywood, always trying to get on, always trying to be seen, always trying to get that attention just to blow up.
But you can't, okay, so my thing is, people who've traveled places and have been places, they don't stereotype with those people. Mm-hmm. They don't stereotype those people to that city because they've seen it for themselves. And most times it's nothing like other people.
And that's the point I was bringing up. That's why it's like, so some of us have basically grown, like I haven't grown up around anybody done with low common sense or whatever. And if I did, I stopped talking to them. So now it's almost as if people are constantly dating somebody with no common sense. And it's like, why? Why does this keep on happening?
Well, let me say something for a second. Because first, I don't think we should promote the idea of generalizing, something as if it's all or nothing, right? Like everybody's different. Scenarios are going to be different. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So let's just make that clear before people skew it and think that we're trying to say all of people are this way or that way. Mm-hmm. But what I wanted to spin on when we talked about, the modern dating environment and we talked about people having more time, people, wanting to pursue their options. Okay. Is that it more so also because of the fact that we're in a more convenient time zone? Like now we've got access to social media, we can basically do our research on people more than we ever could. You can learn something about somebody before you even get to see them in person.
No, because you really don't know people until you get to know people. Social media, you can take that whole aspect out of it. You can know so much about a person, but you're not going to know them unless you meeting them outside of social media. Get offline.
Of course. What I'm trying to say though is because we have more ways of meeting someone, whereas before all you could do was meet somebody at a bar or meet somebody in person. Because we have more ways and lanes of interacting with people, does that play into the fact that we, if you have more options, you have more people that you can come across, you have more details, you have more, you would feel like you have more time, right? Because you feel as though, like, if I'm from a small town in, Iowa or something like that, before social media, and the only people I could date was maybe 10 people that lived on my street, my options are limited, and I'm probably gonna feel more pressed than in these days.
No, you not. Because even back then, people was finding ways to meet people from all over before social media. You just get out your comfort zone, go somewhere.
Sure. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess my point is is, of course, even though you would have those options, I don't think people would have you'd have to admit that we have more ways of meeting somebody these days than you would have 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, but it's still a lot of the same qualities and themes come into play. Sure. Like when you date people, you still want to have some sort of security in what type of relationship you have. Like that's always existed.
Sure.
Yeah, actually, I kind of see. I do see your point. Because reading between it, you can meet anybody through LinkedIn. You know, what's the other one? Snapchat, IG, or whatever. Binge, Tinder. But at the end of the day, you still got to meet that individual in person, and they still got to be able to show their body language. You know, they've got to be able to show their verbal attributes as well as their characteristic. You still got to get to know them. So, you know, in a way, you know, that is a good point. So I can meet Sid right now. Sid is fly. Sid has a mesmerizing smile. She has beautiful eyes. I can't wait to meet her in person. And then next thing you know, she might be smarter than me. And then it's just like, wow, now I might end up being intimidated, you know, for the simple fact that like, whoa, this girl is blowing my mind right now. So now I gotta I gotta check myself now. Now I gotta come at her differently because I had a different expectation of this woman now. Like this woman was like way over fly and I thought she was something else.
Again, I feel like so many things change over time, your wants, your needs, as well as your own desires with people and attraction. So many things change. It's kind of, again, I just go back to the thing of like generalizing. You can't do that with people.
Right, of course.
And things, I have definitely had different changes and needs out of me as time has progressed because everything is constantly different.
Right.
You know, even if it's subtle, things is different. Like you can't say that. That's one thing about time. That's how we get surprised by these big changes because so many small things happen over a period of time. Then it's like, oh. Whoop.
I mean, I think that's a good point. I think that's probably a good place to stop.
Unfortunately, this is the whack part. I hate we gotta sign off, but for real though, how can everybody find Sid?
So you guys tune into my podcast, Annoyed Not Offended. Follow me personally at _SupaSyd, SUPASYD, and that's also my name on Twitter. Come holler at me.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sid, for being on the show. It's been a pleasure. And again, yes, for our audience, please go to her podcast and check out her content. You'll be better for it. For us, this is the CO2 Carbon Ops Rawcast. You can find me at Diggy City on Instagram and on Twitter. And what about you?
And of course, you can find your dude on the gram, Good Evening Mr. Black. Also find me on Twitter, Evening Mr. Black. And make sure you guys follow our show's Instagram at CO2 Rawcast, where you get updated exclusive and clips. Make sure you get on our IGTV miniseries CO2 Rawclusive. And make sure y'all asses get on Facebook, comment, follow, talk shit, or give us a topic, and we'll go ahead and much oblige and talk about the shit.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Once again, this is the Carbon Ops Rawcast. We will see you next time. Until then, peace. Flip side. We out.